Hello, lovely souls, and welcome to the Tarot Clinic. I'm your doctor, and today's reading is a little bit spiritual. I would like to have three groups today, and we are answering the question of what is your spiritual lesson or purpose. Okay, so we are just asking, what is your soul come to this earth to learn about? Okay, I want this, and for pile number two, I'm thinking this. Let me make up my mind. Okay. So I doubt you can see this one, so I'm just gonna hold it. How am I gonna make this one more visible? Wait, let me grab onto something. Okay, there you go. There you go. So I'll just put it in a shell. Yeah, so pile number one is this lapis lazuli. Pile number two is this little piece of green aventurine inside a shell. Pile number three is this bloodstone ring. Okay, so take a moment to focus. Maybe take deep breaths, meditate, do whatever you want. Pause the video if you need to. And whenever you're ready, choose the pile that calls out to you the most, and I'll see you at your timestamps below. Hello, group number ones. So if you chose this beautiful lapis lazuli, then this is your reading for what is your soul come here to learn, or what is your spiritual path, spiritual lesson. Yeah, they're the same thing. What is your spiritual path? Okay, so this is so unique. I picked this stone in the from the shop, right? I picked this stone because it looks like planet Earth. But lapis lazuli is the one, the stone for your what do you call it, like intuition, yeah, psychic powers and all that. So judging from that, probably pile number ones, you are like intuitives or psychics. Okay, could be not. Let's see in the reading then. I'm gonna use the magical unicorn oracle as well as these angel answers for the theme. Ancestor and spirit guides for the highest good of pile number one. What is their spiritual path? What did they come here to learn? What is their spiritual path? What did they come here to learn? See? What is their spiritual path? What did they come here to learn, spirit guides? Okay, so from the angel answers, we have peaceful resolution and be assertive. And the bottom of the deck is listen to your intuition. See, we told you. Okay, so this pile need to listen to their intuition more, right? Because your spiritual path, what you are learning the most is how to listen and use your intuition. Probably in the past life, if you believe and resonate with past lives, probably you are also like we are not very different from our past life, if you believe in that. So what we are learning, like as we reincarnate into this lifetime, we will slowly learn the things that makes us in the past life as well. So for example, if in the past life you were a spiritual practitioner, let's say you are a priest, then in this lifetime, even though you're not a priest, you will have the tendency to go towards things that are spiritual, right? But you weren't born with that knowledge. You might have that tendency, but let's say you are maybe you were raised in a household that is not very spiritual, but deep inside you have that longing to connect with the higher power, connect with your intuition at least, right? So that might be the case. So your purpose is to align yourself with who you really are, and learn more about how to be more spiritual, more intuitive. Here we have be assertive and peaceful resolution. I think this, aside from the spiritual thing, I think what applies to pile number one is to listen to your voice and like be assertive in communicating your voice, because pile number one, I think maybe you are one of those people who often have really good intuition about things, right? Maybe you warn people about things, but then you are not very assertive about it, or like you have this idea, but you are not very assertive about it. You don't really communicate it, right? And when other people do something that you suggest or would suggest and it's successful, then you will think to yourself, damn, why didn't I just communicate that? Why didn't I just say that? I wish I could be more assertive. Then if they hear my voice, if they hear my ideas, then, you know, they will trust me more, or like because it always work or something like that, you know. It could be that I think you are a very intuitive person, that you know, you kind of have a vision about how things could go, how things could be directed, because we have peaceful resolution here. So you're a problem solver, right? And your spiritual path is to use your intuition to solve problems. But in order to do that, you have to be assertive. So let's say in a company setting, like let's say in a work setting, or even in a family setting, some problems came up, right? You can use your intuition to know what is the right thing to do, or what are the next steps to do. But your challenge is to take charge. Your challenge is to be more assertive in voicing out those visions, or those ideas that you're envision. Okay, we, from the magical unicorn oracle, we have teamwork. See, what did we just cover? And happy surprise. Work with others to make this situation come about, and happy surprise, something very good is about to happen. Bottom of the deck, love. The answer that you're seeking is love. Okay. So probably, okay, I see it now. Pile number one, you are a valuable member of your team, whatever that is. Valuable member of your group, your community. And maybe you associate assertiveness with negative things, right? But your soul is here to learn that being assertive is not something bad. It's not like you are being cocky or arrogant because you know more, or you can predict something more, right? Like if you if you can intuitively predict, some people predict with data, some people just use data to predict things, right? Like recognize the pattern with numbers. But you are how to say, you have a strong gut feeling about things. Like you don't even need those data, and then when those data come in, like it just confirms what you already intuitively feel, right? So you have that talent, and like having that kind of talent and voicing it out and putting it to good use, I don't think it's a negative thing. I don't think it's arrogant. Like it's your talent, right? And it's helpful, and it's in your spiritual path, like you have to, like that's what you come here for. like in this lifetime, it will turn negative if you are being cocky about it, you know, if you're feeling like you're like the best one, like you're on top of everyone, and like people who are not as talented as you don't belong in your circle, or you patronize people, like it only will turn negative if that is the case. But being confident and assertive is not. And from what we can see here, like love, the answer you're seeking is love. I think you're somebody who leads with love. You want people to get along, you want problems to be resolved. It's not that you are leading with your ego, because then when you're leading with your ego, it becomes prideful, right? It becomes arrogant. But your motivation, right, is you're coming from a place of love. So you're coming from the right place already. And it doesn't make you a bad person to be more vocal about what you can do, or your visions, or like believe in your visions. Okay, and also when I took out this card, it says very soon over here. What you're asking for will happen soon in a happy way. And here we have the happy surprise. So maybe for you, there's something that you've been waiting for a while, and it's gonna happen soon. I'm seeing like a meeting with somebody, or like-minded souls, because see how these two cards depict the unicorn meeting someone else, like meeting another creature, right? But they're not afraid, or like have a sense of fear or alienation. Like they, like in this card, this is literally says teamwork. So like they embrace each other, they welcome one another. I was scrolling through my friends' Insta stories today, and one of them actually went to a museum where there's an art installation exhibition by an Australian artist. I forget what her name was, like Patricia Puccinini or something. Yeah, her name sounds a bit Italian. Is it Puccinini? Patricia Puccinini. Anyway, she's a sculpture, installation artist, and her artworks are like, you can say like they're like ugly, or weird or unsettling, because she make like chimera like creatures, right? So they're like a mashup of like a lot of different creatures, and some of them are like very like weird or uncanny. Anyway, one of the artwork that was shown was about this, like this two cards kind of reminds me of that artwork, like there's this one, it's called welcome guest, and it depicts a child on her bed, welcoming a strange creature. Like this creature looks kind of like uncanny and frightening, with like very long claws from the hands and the feet. And for adults, for people who has the frame of reference that this is a like this is a scary creature, then we could be scared. But for children, right, there are only curiosity, there are only like they're only curious. They don't know if it's bad or not yet, right? So this child just embraced this creature, and no matter how different they are, like they don't put their prejudice before this creature, so they welcome them first, because there could be something good coming out of it. What it says about your spiritual path is you are meant to be in a diverse community, because you might be an inclusive person yourself, and your voice actually, your or like your leadership or your presence in the team could actually teach other people to come together, right? Like you could lead by example, that you could come together with people who are from different background than you, and your collaboration, your teamwork would be fruitful, would be beneficial for everyone, rather than being exclusive in your own circle. So probably if you are in your country, right, or like where you live, you are considered like the normies, like one of the, like the, you know, in the social dynamics, you're not like the marginalized community. Maybe you have more power than like some of your peers who are, let's say, marginalized, right? Maybe they are disabled, or they are sexual minorities or something like that. Maybe you have more power than them, right? Let's say your friends are like LGBTQ plus and you're like the straight ally, cisgender straight person. Of course you have more privilege than them, but your presence in this group is to bring everyone together. Maybe through you, your straight friends could learn how to get along more with the queer people, right? Like this is the kind of vibe that I'm getting from you. I'm seeing a meeting of like-minded souls that might be different in appearance, in terms of like physical appearance or their background, where they come from, but you are like kindred souls. And this will happen very soon, and it will lead you towards like a collaboration where you can use your intuition to like problem solve on something. Okay? So yeah, that's all I have for you, pile number one. This is very short and sweet. Short and sweet. Yeah, so I want to thank your guides, my guides, and all the positive energy that has been helping out throughout this reading. If you want to like, comment, share, and subscribe, if you feel called to, by all means, feel free to do that. If you want to connect with me on Instagram, my handle is at the Tarot Clinic. Yeah, hope you're having a good rest of your day, and see you at your next one. Bye for now. Hi, number two. So if you chose this piece of green aventurine inside this shell, I had to do it, otherwise you cannot see the gem, right? So I have to put it like this. Then welcome to your reading about your spiritual path. So we're asking about your spiritual path. It means kind of like, what spiritual path are you in? Like, what is your purpose or lesson that you are meant to learn in this lifetime? So if you believe in past life, then or not, basically, like in this lifetime, what are you here to learn, or what are you here to do? Okay. So let's see. For pile number two, we're gonna use two decks. They're oracle decks. Yeah, because tonight I'm not feeling like we're doing tarot so much. So yeah, let's get into it. So we're gonna use this Angel Answers Oracle and Magical Unicorn Oracle. I know, right? It's been a while since we see the unicorns. Spirit guides, ancestor for pile number two. What is their spiritual path or spiritual lesson? We have two cards popping up. Whoa, see, bottom of the deck is big happy changes. We have trust, and we have remain positive. I'm seeing for group number two, aventurine is a crystal for learning also. And the fact that it wants to be like embraced here inside the shell. Okay. I feel like you're here to bring happiness to the people around you. I feel like you're here to be the one that people trust because of your positive energy. This is a pretty straightforward pile, and this is a very good vibe. Like, you're literally like shining. And see in the remain positive card, right? We were talking about gems also earlier. So here this person presents like some gems. I think they are gems. Yeah, they're like gemstones. Like this angel present these gemstones in their hand. And this shape around the angel's head kind of reminds me of, because I'm Indonesian, and it reminds me kind of like of Indonesian batik. If you're Indonesian also, you know the batik on our school uniform, right? Like the one that says Tut Uri Handayani is Japanese for from behind, we like leading from behind, you know. Yeah, you're here, your spiritual path is to be like the support system, like you're a like what's the term again, like a cornerstone in your community. Like people rely on you for support, for love, for positivity, and you have a healing presence. I think you're a healer as well. You might be healing using crystals. You don't have to be. You might be a tarot reader. You might be a sound healer, right? Reiki healer, some sort of healer, or your presence could be just like a healing presence among your peers. So that's your spiritual path. I think you're somebody who aims to like grow, constantly grow spiritually, because I'm seeing like this person ascending up, right? Yeah, you're meant to like grow and like raise your vibration in this lifetime. So if you haven't been like very doesn't have to be, but like some of you in group 2 probably never had like a really how to say, like a really rough rough time in their lives. But even if you did, I think pile number 2 are like spiritually mature, like spiritually maturing, if that's even a word. Like you want to constantly progress upward, so you care about these things, right? Whenever you feel like unpleasant things, instead of like just dwelling on it without any way out, you're somebody who learns what is the takeaway from it, what can I learn from this, and how can I grow from here, right? So I think pile number 2, you are aiming for like constant growth spiritually, and you are rising your vibration. If you feel like, probably like in the past you might feel like existential crisis or even like dark night of the soul, but these days you feel like life is more stable after you get through all that. Yeah, that's because you have grown. So in a way, life might be like easier for you, and your worries in the past, like they're not like around here anymore. Excuse me, I have to spill a little bit of the candle, otherwise it will die out. Okay, so I don't know whether I'm making sense, because English is obviously not my native language. But like, if you feel like life gets easier these days, then it's because you have grown so much. And because you have grown so much, you are more like mature, and you are healthier spiritually. And that's why people come to you for advice, for comfort, for healing, because you are able to do that. Okay, let's see from the Magical Unicorn Oracle. Okay, file number 2. What is file number 2 spiritual path? What is file number 2 spiritual path or lesson in this lifetime? Okay, we have, oh, okay, so we have brothers and sisters. This is the bottom of the deck. To get along with others, see the love and the best within them. See, I think you're somebody who, this ties a lot with this card, right? Remain positive. So you're somebody who sees the best in people, who see the good in people. No matter how bad the person can be, you always find, you always, like, you understand where people are coming from. That's why people are comfortable around you, pile number 2. You have decided. It's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. And you have hello and goodbye. You'll soon see that this change will make things better. Okay, so we have 2 cards talking about changes, right? I think you really bring changes into people's life, even if you are only in their life for a short while. Um, you know what? I feel like Palti, you feel like somebody I knew. So I met like few months ago. I met somebody who is traveling the world. He never stays in one place for a long time, but he's like he knows that his purpose in this world is just to spread more love, you know. He says he thinks that the world needs more love. Like you cannot feel like resentment for other people. Like it's not a good thing to feel resentment for other people, you know. You have to like let go of the resentment, you know. You have to let go of bad feelings and just show love and compassion to other people. He believes that compassion makes the world a better place. I agree. And the nature of like his connections are like they're short, but they're like pretty meaningful because he's traveling the world, right? So he just stay in one place for like, I don't know, like couple of weeks, and he makes connections with people there. And even though um, he might think that he stays short, he didn't know that he has changed this person's life for the better. And maybe he has learned something that makes him grow even more mature from these people that he meet along the way. So I'm getting like the same vibe from pile number 2. You are here to bring changes, like to bring positive changes to other people, even though they are just passengers in your life, you know. Sometimes people are just like passengers. Like my favorite tarot reader, Brigitta, she sometimes say, you know, connections, right? Sometimes they are here to stay, but sometimes there are important significant connections that comes into your life as a passenger. So it's kind of when somebody hitchhike a truck on the way, and only, you know, like go together with this with the people, with other people in the truck. Like they go together until like a certain distance, and this person just get off and go wherever they need to go, right? So I'm feeling like even though you are like just a passenger in some other people's life, you have brought positive changes for them. Maybe you give them fun. Maybe your words make them realize something that they didn't before. Maybe you're like some sort of karmic connection in this person's life. There's a lesson to be learned from your presence in their life. Okay? So this is an interesting card, this side. It's time to clearly make a decision about what you want. Yeah, see, I'm also getting Libra vibes like, hello, if you're watching, if this particular friend is watching, I wouldn't be surprised he's picking this pile. Anyway, yeah, let's see. I kind of want to clarify this with tarot. Let's see from the radar. Wait, what is this? Can we clarify why is the side card here in this position? Trust and decide. Maybe you are like people come to you for advice. See, we're talking about leading from behind with support, right? Even if like you're in the leadership position, you're not the one that will lead from the front, be dominant and take charge. You're like the nurturing one, the supportive kind of leader, if it applies to you. So people trust you with decisions, and that's kind of like your spiritual path also. Like people trust you with decisions. That's what I'm getting for now. But let's just clarify, what is this decide card about? What is this decide card about, Spirit? What is the decide card about? 2 more times. What is this decide card about? Yeah. Okay, nothing pops out, so let graffiti do the work. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Oops. We have a flipper here. Bottom of the deck is Seven of Wands. Challenges. Decide. It's time to clearly make a decision. What do you have to decide? So Knight of Wands right away is a card of movement. Like, this is a fast movement. Eight of Pentacles and Nine of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Pentacles. Let me tune in. Okay, so I think you need to trust your decision as well. And this decision might be something. I'll just move the camera back a little bit. Okay. This decision might be related to something either grounded, like you want to, do you want to keep moving, or do you want to settle down and ground yourself somewhere? Because the Knight of Wands is somebody unpredictable, right? So maybe you're kind of like aiming for an unpredictable lifestyle, you know? Like, yeah, like what we talk about, traveling the world. You're never gonna know what you find next, right? And when I see the Eight of Pentacles, it's kind of like of somebody who has a 9 to 5 job, or like has a job that can be done in office hour, like, you know, like there's a set time, you know, like 5 days a week I do this work, you know. But this is a more like free energy, right? This is the nine of Pentacles. This is a more independent energy. Pile number 2, you are really valuing your freedom, and maybe it's hard for you sometimes to say goodbye, because then you will be on your own again, but you don't stay for long in any of your, you know, like environment. And that could be challenging, right? Because we are not, like, our lives, our society, the way it's structured, it doesn't support this kind of lifestyle. So there will be many challenges for choosing this unconventional lifestyle. But what I can tell you is, if you have to decide, go with the one that gives you more freedom. Like, whatever make your heart sings. I'm hearing whatever make your heart sings, whatever make your heart beats, you know? Whatever stir up the passion in you. Like, go with that. Because I see financially you will always be blessed here. You'll always be covered whatever you do. So let's say if you have this unconventional digital nomad, or like freelancing kind of job, because you want more freedom of time, like there will always be projects to make money from, you know, like people will come to you and like give you this job, and or like even bless you with money or food or clothing even, because I'm seeing like a lot of this clothing. Yeah, so like you don't need to worry about that, because like financially you will be blessed. It's just sometimes when we go against the societal expectation of what adult life should look like, it could be challenging, right? And we can kind of like question sometimes whether we want to be free, whether this is a feasible way to live, or whether we have to go along with what other people say. Okay. One last question for pile number 2. I think I want to ask how to move forward towards like closer to your spiritual path. How do you word it? How to be more aligned with your spiritual path. How pile number 2 can be more aligned with their spiritual path. we have the King of Cups, and the bottom of the deck we have the Moon. So the Moon is Cancerian energy. It's embracing the subconscious, the dream world, right? And doing a lot of reflection. King of Cups. So how do you align more with your spiritual path? Is to grow, and you see, because you are like you aim for growth, right? So keep on growing emotionally, keep on growing intuitively. Get in touch with your emotion and intuition and deal with them, and try to master them, right? King of Cups is somebody who is in touch, who can communicate his emotions clearly. It's different from the King of Swords, who can communicate his thoughts. He's a methodological thinker, but King of Cups is about how you feel. So be more open to your feelings, but like be more strategic about it. Like be more internally, be more in touch with your feelings. Externally, you can be more strategic about it. Like how do you communicate? Like, let's say, for example, King of Cups, this is a good example because King of Cups, they know their emotional boundaries as well, right? So you being so valuable to your surroundings, to your community, maybe people kind of like rely on you for like feed on your energy a little bit, right? But this King of Cups know how to draw the boundaries and nourish himself emotionally. Like he has this boundary, like if you like if you want to come to me for advice, then it's okay. Like if you're feeling down, it's okay, just come to me. But just so you know, like I have this boundary. Maybe I like you can protect your heart, you can protect yourself emotionally, that you will not be affected by this person's sadness or energy. Boundaries could look like that, or boundaries could look like, hey, I'm tired right now, I cannot give it to you. So, but King of Cups, yeah, I'm like, King of Cups for me is somebody who can remain positive in the midst of all these waves, right? Like the Moon, even if it's the unknown, like he still remain positive because because you don't know what happened next. When you don't know what happened next, the best thing you can do is remain positive, right? What else? I think it's also important to get in touch with your intuition. The Moon is about intuition as well, and King of Cups is a water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Maybe do like some spiritual practices. Like if it helps you, you might meditate, or like find ways to connect and tap in to your soul and to the higher power. Another thing is sit on your throne. You don't have to give too much of yourself to other people. Yeah, again, it's about setting boundaries and remaining positive. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Pile number 2, interesting reading. I hope it resonates for you. So I want to thank your guides, my guides, and all the spiritual, all the positive energy that has been helping us throughout this reading. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. And if you want to connect with me on Instagram, my handle is @thetarotclinic. And yeah, I'll see you soon at your next reading. Bye-bye. Hi, number 3. So if you chose this bloodstone ring, why is it not focusing? Anyway, yeah, this is your reading for what is your spiritual path. So today we are asking about your spiritual path, meaning your purpose, your lesson, or anything like that. So let's ask the Angel Answers Oracle. I'm not feeling like doing tarot today except for clarifications, okay? So for pile number, just one spirit, just one. For pile number 3. Pile number 3, your guides want to say a lot of things to you. So find a way to tap in and maybe connect with your guides. Maybe if your belief is about like connecting with your ancestors, probably you want to like put some offerings and pray to them. Anyway, like whatever you believe in, like connect to your guides, because your guides certainly have a lot of things to say. Okay, so pile number 3. What is their spiritual path? Spiritual path or lessons or purpose? Okay, we have it's up to you. Okay, anything else, Spirit, for pile number 3? Spiritual purpose, spiritual path, spiritual lesson. Any information we have to know for pile number 3? We just talk about this, right? Ask your angels. We have it's up to you. We have listened to your intuition. This is pretty straightforward. Pile number 3, your spiritual path is to connect with the higher power, with the higher self, your angels, your spirit guides, whatever you believe in, because you can do anything you want in life, but you have been doing it like all alone. See, like this person is here like all alone by themselves, right? But actually they're not. Like they have their angel, their guardian angel over here that they can ask for help. So sometimes people, when they talk about spirit guides or God or universe, they think it's like some superior, like a boss that works like according to their own will. Like they don't take us into consideration. So sometimes it might feel like, why am I put in a situation like this? I'm so tired of this life. Can I change life? Because clearly, if it's just for character growth, or like if my guides say like, oh, you have to go through this lesson so that you can be more mature later, like clearly they don't consider my feelings, right? Like they don't. You think that life is a struggle. Life has to be a fight. It has to be a struggle, because you think of like you are diligent. Maybe you do all the practices needed. Maybe you pray. Maybe you go to church. Maybe you go to like a temple. Maybe you put offerings on your ancestors' table, ancestors' altar. I mean, but what you don't understand is like they're not like your boss. You have a spiritual purpose, you have a path, and that is what path it is. Like I'm not getting like a very specific situation for pile number 3, so like you apply it to your own. Maybe you feel like your path is like you want to raise a family. Maybe your path is to write a book. Maybe your path is to be a teacher, but it's been a struggle to get there, right? So it's because you've been doing it all alone. It's because you think that whatever path your guides or God take you is like a long and winding path, and that's how life's supposed to be. Because oh yeah, they want, they want to do, they want to test me, or something like that, or they want to make me a diamond, so that's why they put a lot of pressure on me. It's okay lah, then I just do law. Then I don't know when my prayers will be answered law, but I just do law. You happy, right? I need to do this, right, in order for you to reward me with my dream, with my wish fulfillment. Maybe you think something like that, but the truth is how the universe works, or like your spirit guides, ancestor, God, whatever, how the higher power works is that even though they're like universe or higher power, they work alongside you. Like they so think about working with a partner and collaborator instead of working with a boss, right? Because your soul chose to be born in this world, and before you were born, your soul already chose a path. Like what is the purpose that they want to fulfill? What is the lesson that they want to learn? And you have to like work on the energies. you have to work with the guides to get there instead of treating them like a boss that just tells you to do things without any reward, like as if you don't matter. No, actually you matter. And that's why you have to be actively more involved in creating the life that you want. Okay? So yeah, let's see from the Magical Unicorn Oracle. Ooh, I only have 6% battery on my phone. This is gonna be interesting. From Magical Unicorn Oracle deck, all about your spiritual path. Yeah, listen to your true feelings, family, culture. See, I think pile number 3, your spirituality might tie in with your ancestry. Maybe you want to go back to your ancestral roots, right? Maybe you want to deepen your spiritual practice the way your ancestors or your family has been doing. Let's say, for example, my own family, right? They come from a both Catholic and Buddhist background, and I was raised Catholic, but I kind of resonate with the Buddhist part of my family as well because I spend more time with them, right? And so it kind of like I'm kind of called to practice some of the like spiritual teachings from the Buddhism as well. So maybe you are in the same situation, or like you haven't been really practicing, and this is your ancestor just calling you to practice more. Like, yeah, mend your relationship basically with your ancestor or spirit guides. Listen to your true feelings. Don't let others talk you into doing something that you know is wrong. You have a strong inner voice. You have a strong intuition. So, and your guides, I think your guides is working closely with you. This is not people who are just they're just there and just leave you alone to do life on your own. You have a strong guide, and you can connect with your guide through your intuition. So your spiritual path is to work together with your guides. Okay, we have curiosity on the bottom of the deck. Start a project related to something you're curious about. So yeah, see this, and it's up to you, right? It's telling me that you already have a destination in life. You already have something that you want to achieve in this life, but how do you get there? It feels very rocky. It feels very, it doesn't go according to your will. Basically, you think it's going to take this route. Oh no, but you're on this route instead, right? The one that you didn't expect, the one that you didn't plan for. Maybe you feel like your plans falls apart, but actually it's just because you haven't really tapped in and surrendered to your best ability to universe. And by surrender, it doesn't mean that you don't have a say in your life. You have a say in your life, but you don't have to micromanage how things are, how to say. Yeah, you don't have to micromanage how things come about, Don't micromanage the universe, because when you, especially if you already know what your purpose is, what you want to do, what you want to be, what kind of influence or impact you want to leave in this world, then it's good for you, because you already know who you are inside. But how you get there is through working together with your ancestors, with your spirit guides. Because with surrendering these goals to them, they could take you to places that might be better than your plans. Okay, that's all I have for you, pile number 3. Very interesting reading and very straightforward. I think out of all of the pile here, you're the most straightforward. Yeah, let me know in the comments if it resonates. Yeah, feel free to share, and subscribe also. And if you wanna connect with me on Instagram, my handle is @thetarotclinic. I want to thank your guides, my guides, and all the positive energy that has been helping out throughout this reading. And I'll see you at the next time. Have a nice day or night whenever you're watching. And bye for now.